With the release of the Shattered Veil, we now have 5 total zombies maps in Black Ops 6 Zombies, and I thought it'd be a little fun to do a little top 5 list of all the maps that we have so far. And you know what, I encourage you guys to do the same thing. Head down to the comment section and let me know how you're feeling about all these maps and how you would rank them, and also let me know what you think about my list. And hey, while you're down there, you might as well drop a like and subscribe if you ain't already. And with that said, let's rank some Black Ops 6 Zombies maps. Now, starting off at number 5, and the worst map in the game easily has to be Liberty Falls. I find myself never playing this map. I just don't have fun with it. Like, there's nothing that I'm thinking like I could play this map that you could get out of a different map on this game. Like, the main problem with it, and this is something I defended in the past, but I still understand that it is not to the level compared to the rest of the maps, is that its atmosphere and location just aren't nearly as cool. Just being in and ran over town by zombies, compare that to Terminus Islands, the Citadel de Mor, Shattered Veil, like all those are just so much better than the setting of it. And then the story of this map is just really disconnected, but I understand that it was setting up things for what's probably going to be DLC for Janus Towers, which is fine, but what really hurts this story for me is that there was no set crew for this map, and that is always going to hurt a story no matter what. When we're playing as operators, our characters that just are disconnected from what's actually happening in this map is always going to hurt it. And then there's the Easter egg, and I understand this is kind of a bonus map to the launch, and I'm not trying to judge it too much, but at the same time, like, its Easter egg is like cool that it has a main quest, but really it's just not that fun. I literally haven't played this Easter egg all year so far, and we're 4 months into the year, so like, I don't know, it's just I'm struggling to find anything that I like really like about this map. And I know a bunch of casual players loved it for it being an easy way to grind camos and gun levels, which is fine if you want to do that, but like, I mean, I feel like there's even other maps that are better at that at this point. And again, not trying to sound like the biggest hate in the world, but I mean, Liberty Falls just ain't the map for me. Number 4, the Tomb. Now, this is an interesting map because we all know the problem with it because it is a smaller map. But the idea of this map is so cool because, like, what it is initially is that they're just digging up this old lost Roman town, right? That's what it's supposed to be. And I really wish they explored that more, and that's why I wish this map was bigger, just to explore that. But then it still gets even cooler because you go further down, and then now you have this even more ancient society that's even more lost. Now, they never really explained too much of that, and it's again a situation where I just wish that area was more expanded, but it's still cool as an idea nonetheless. But then you have the best part of the map, which is the Dark Ether area, which is cool for sure. But then you get the Wonder Weapon, which is going to be the return of the Ice Staff, which gameplay wise is great. Because of this Ice Staff, it's my favorite high round map in the entire game, which is great. But it just feels a bit off that we have the return of just one of the 4 staffs and it's just there. And I felt like, as important as the staffs were in the past, they should have been like a bit more significant returning, right? Because like, if you just bring back another Wonder Weapon like they did with the Ray Gun Mark II or the Wonder Waff or something like that, like, that's like whatever, don't get me wrong, it's still iconic or whatever, but it's not as important story wise, whereas the staffs are like super important to that old story. So their return, at least one of them, should have been a bit more grand in my opinion. And also, I just don't think they should just return one of them. That was just weird. But then the Easter egg is whatever. The story is really weak. If it wasn't for Liberty Falls, it'd be by far the weakest one. But overall, it's just kind of a mid experience. Number 3, Terminus. Now, when this came out, I thought this was going to be probably one of the best maps we got in the game for a while, and now the fact that we are only 5 maps in and I already have the 3 spot is crazy. But first off, the location is great. I love the location on this island in the middle of a storm. It's just really cool. You have this giant outside water area that you can't stay too long on, or this giant monster is going to get you from down below. It's really cool. The island system is cool for a little bit, but then when you just never use them again, it's kind of just feels kind of pointless, but it's still kind of a little cool gimmick. And then of course we have a interesting and unique Wonder Weapon with the Beam Smasher, which I could definitely appreciate. The Easter egg I do think can do better, but its boss fight is what I thought would have been a top boss fight of all time. But you know, here again we are, that I'm not even sure if it's a top boss fight in its own game anymore. Probably not, just because how insane things have been getting, honestly. So with all of that, I do like Terminus. I think it is a really cool map in terms of mood, gameplay, high rounds, and all that. Like, a lot of things to love on this map, but it's just the quality that we've been getting through the DLC season minus Tomb has been insane. 2, Citadel de Mor. Now, when this map came out, I was so sure this was going to be the best map in the game. I really did. And I mean, can you blame me? It has all of the main points you want in a great zombies map. The location being at a abandoned castle from the medieval times, like that's really cool. It has the 4 elemental wonder weapons, and even has a really crazy boss fight and Easter egg. Like it has everything you think you need, and so much of that is so good. Like I would never tell you any of that is not great. I love that so much. Even the atmosphere of the map is really good. It like kind of added back kind of a more ambience to their maps, which is something that had been lacking in modern zombies, where if you just walked by area, you heard whispers, you heard cries, you hear just weird ambience in general. Like it had that again, and also had music integrated into the Easter egg and its steps that I really did like. And all of that was really cool, but again, didn't feel all the way to the top tier level of things. The Easter egg steps were coolish, but nothing too crazy, I think, for the most part, and his boss fight was amazing. But I think what drags this map down for me from not being the best map, and we're really splitting hairs here, is that as much as I think the story did some good things, I also do think that it could have done so much better, especially the story of the map itself with the owl, because I thought that character was going to be important for the future going forward, but he just got forgotten about immediately, especially with his sons and all that. Like what's happening with that? Also, Kraft just dying off was not an ideal situation, and kind of the messy integration of the chaos storyline to all of this kind of hurts it too. And gameplay wise, what kind of hurts it is also the fact that we have 4 elemental wonder weapons and not one is like great at getting you to high rounds. Like I know there is a strategy that is super slow to get you to high rounds using the swords, but that's just not fun. I'm talking about a real true high round wonder weapon, and having 4 elemental wonder weapons and not one good at that is always going to hurt it for me. But still an amazing map, top 7 map of all time for sure. Number 1, Shattered Veil. Bro, this map shocked me. I really did not expect this map to be on the level of it is. I did not expect this map to be as fun as it is, as cool as it is, as ambient as it is. Like everything is amazing about this map. I can't think of like one humongous problem. Like I think the biggest problem is the fact that you have reused wonder weapons with the Mark IIs and then also the Wonder Waff. But even with that, like the problem with the Mark II is like, sure, it's not ideal that it doesn't have a new wonder weapon, but story wise and how they explained this from the Dark Ether is really cool in my opinion. And then also how they integrated them gameplay wise into the Easter egg, I think was done incredibly well, because I know like you look at previous Easter eggs in the past, even in this game, even in Citadel, with the wonder weapons integration into the Easter egg kind of just feel off sometimes. But this one, I felt like they did a really good job of kind of integrating into that. And speaking of that Easter egg, like this Easter egg feels like an OG style Easter egg, BO3 style Easter egg, my favorite style of Easter eggs, ones that take you a little like collecting, right? You have to just go find a bunch of little things around the map and collect all those and then do the Easter egg. Like I like Easter eggs like them. They're so fun to me. And oh my gosh, like I knew this was going to probably take the top spot when the Easter egg started doing my favorite things Easter eggs could do, and what that is like physically changing the map after you progress steps. And they do it over and over and over again. Like at first you just open up a hidden brewery under the map, then you have these spectral rooms of the identical rooms except in the past. Well, I guess it's not technically in the past, but you guys know what I mean by that. And then you even have this crazy one with the serpent from Modern Warfare zombies. Like oh my gosh, I was getting mind blown after mind blown as we progressed this Easter egg, especially when I solved a couple of these steps myself. It was so crazy. I loved it so much. And I'll always be a sucker for this whole setting that they have of a mansion. I just love the idea of mansions and stuff like this. It's so cool. And then even the boss fight, the fact that that T-Rex gets animated into a zombie T-Rex and we fight him is insane to me. Like, bro, what is going on? And because of all of that, I love the Shattered Veil, and it definitely is at the #1 spot for me. And that's my list. And like I said at the start of the video, let me know what you guys think of mine and give me your list down below too. But that's going to wrap it up for me. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.